God says, I'm tired of trying to talk to you. Something very shocking will happen to you tonight. It's important for you to know it before it vanishes in 35 seconds. It's very urgent. Don't scroll away. Don't take this lightly. This is not something you just hear and forget. What I'm about to say to you carries the weight of a divine warning, and if you miss this, you may lose something you've been praying for, waiting on, and desperately needing. This isn't just another random word. This is heaven reaching out to you one final time, because time is running out. Comment, Amen, if you're ready to receive it. You may have ignored the whispers. You may have overlooked the signs. But now, I'm not whispering anymore. I'm speaking clearly, boldly, and urgently. My child, I have tried so many times to get your attention, but your heart has been distracted by the noise of this world. Now something very shocking is about to happen tonight, and I need you to know about it before it disappears like a breath in the cold air. You only have a few moments to listen, and if you stop now, you'll miss the one message that could shift everything in your life. I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm saying this because I love you more than you can imagine. I've seen the battles you're facing. I've watched you cry in silence, pretending you're fine. I've counted the nights you prayed without answers, and I've heard every word. Tonight is not just another night. It is marked. It is divine. Comment 1111 if you believe something spiritual is happening even as you hear this. I'm God, and I don't speak in riddles when your soul is in danger. I speak straight. You've grown tired, weary. Doubt has crept in. You've wondered if I'm still here, still watching, still protecting. And tonight, you need to know, yes, I am still here. I never left. But I've been trying to talk to you, and you've tuned me out. You've let your pain speak louder than my promise. You've let fear block your faith. And now, something is coming that will shake you. But I don't want it to destroy you. I want it to wake you. You've been walking through fire and still praising me. That didn't go unnoticed. You've had chances to give up, but you didn't. That kind of faith is powerful. That kind of faith attracts heaven. I see it, and I'm moved by it. But I need you to understand, your breakthrough isn't just delayed. It's been rerouted because I needed you to stop relying on your own understanding and finally surrender everything, not just the easy parts, all of it. Comment 222 if you trust that I'm speaking to you now. There are things you've been praying for, but if I gave them to you too soon, they would have crushed you. There are people you wanted to stay, but I had to remove them before they drained your purpose. You didn't understand why doors closed, why hearts changed, why peace disappeared. But I'm telling you now, everything was preparation for what is about to happen. And that's why tonight matters. Tonight, I'm allowing something shocking. Not to punish you, but to protect you. Because sometimes I have to shake your life to save your soul. What comes tonight will look unexpected, but it's not random. It's the final push, the final moment before your next season opens. But if your heart is still locked up with fear, bitterness, and distraction, you won't see the blessing inside the shaking. And yes, it will hurt. Revelation always does. But after this night, you'll realize it was the moment that changed everything. The moment you finally heard me again. The moment you knew that I had been speaking all along. I know it's been hard to keep believing. I know you're tired of waiting. But I never asked you to carry it all by yourself. I asked you to give it to me. You've been holding things that are too heavy for your hands. You're trying to fix things I never told you to fix. That's why your strength is failing. But if you let go, really let go, you'll see what I can do with the mess you've been hiding. You are not forgotten. You are not alone. You are not abandoned. Heaven is still standing over your life. My angels have not left your side. The battle may look invisible, but the victory is very real. I'm about to show you what it looks like when I fight for those I love, and I love you more than you know. You've cried over people who walked away, but I'm sending those who will cover you in prayer, not pressure. You've mourned the opportunities you lost, but I'm opening doors that no man can shut. You've been stuck in a place that feels like delay, but what you call delay, I call preparation. You were not being punished. You were being preserved. Before this night ends, your spirit will feel something. A shift, a pull, a release. And when you feel it, don't ignore it. That's me. That's your Father whispering. It's time. Time to forgive. Time to let go. Time to trust me like never before. You will see that what I promised is still yours, not because you were perfect, but because I am faithful. And nothing can cancel what I have spoken over your life. The enemy has tried, but he failed. He always fails, because I already won. Comment 333 to declare your faith in this moment. You are standing on the edge of something that will not make sense at first. It may look like loss, like disappointment, but it will be the beginning of restoration. I'm pulling back the curtain on things you didn't see coming. Hidden motives, secret battles, delayed attacks, but I will not let them win. I will expose every trap before it touches you. Is it possible to attract money by simply speaking some miraculous words? This 9-word script, verified by Harvard and 6 neuroscience labs, proves you absolutely can. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected bank deposits, cleared debts, and upgraded lives. It takes less than 30 seconds, but this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. But I need you to listen this time. Not just hear me, but obey. I can only cover what you surrender. I can only bless what you place in my hands, and right now there are still things you're clinging to that are choking your peace. So hear me now, child. This night was written in the book of your life long before you knew pain, long before you lost them, long before the prayers that still feel unanswered. And I am telling you, do not be afraid of what's coming. Be ready for it. This is your sign, your warning, and your invitation to step into the storm, not with fear, but with faith, because I'm walking into it with you. Now, if you truly felt this deep inside, like your soul was being called by name, then don't just scroll past like nothing happened. Like this video if you believe that what's about to happen is not by chance but by design. It may be the only confirmation you get before things start shifting. You may feel like the storm has lasted too long, that your prayers have hit the ceiling, that you've been waiting on me but nothing has moved. But I need you to hear me right now. I was never late. I was preparing the blessing to match the weight of your calling. You asked me for more, but you didn't realize that more comes with stretching. You can't hold what's next with the same hands that held yesterday's pain. That's why tonight matters. Comment 555 if you're ready to step into a new level of trust. There's a shaking coming, yes. But it's not to break you, it's to break the chains. The ones you didn't even know were still wrapped around your heart. The ones that kept you tied to fear, to shame, to old ways of thinking. I'm not just changing your situation, I'm changing you. Because what I'm about to place in your life will demand a version of you that's healed, surrendered, and fearless. You've been fighting in the dark, wondering if I see you. I do. You've been pouring out when no one claps for you. I noticed. And tonight, I'm making it clear you were never overlooked. You were being hidden for a holy reason, protected from attacks you never saw coming, shielded from traps the enemy laid while you slept. There are things you'll only understand once I bring you out. But for now, trust me inside the mystery. I need you to stay awake, spiritually awake, because the enemy has been trying to wear you down slowly, through little distractions, small compromises, silent discouragements. But he underestimated the strength I placed inside you. That strength isn't yours alone, it's mine. My spirit is in you, and that means you cannot be destroyed. Not by people, not by pressure, not even by the weight of your own past. Comment 1212 if you know something deeper is shifting in your spirit. My child, I know it's hard to see this night as holy. It feels confusing. It feels painful. But some of the most sacred moments in your story will not be the ones where you danced, but the ones where you wept and still whispered, "My name." You are not behind. You are not too late. You are exactly where I need you to be for what I'm about to release. Let me remind you of something powerful. I am not the God of maybe. I am the God of yes and amen. What I've spoken over your life will not return void. My word is not a guess. It is a guarantee. The mountain in front of you may be tall, but it will not block what I've promised. I'm not asking you to climb it alone. I'm asking you to trust that I can move it. You are marked. You are chosen. And because of that, you are a threat to the darkness. That's why the warfare has increased. That's why it feels like your peace has been under attack. But child, I didn't bring you this far to leave you now. Every battle has been building your faith. Every tear has watered your next harvest. You haven't been losing. You've been learning. And soon, everything you've endured will make sense. Comment 777 if you believe that your pain has a purpose. I know the world around you doesn't make it easy to believe. You've been surrounded by negativity, by people who doubt, who mock your faith, who can't see what I've placed in you. But that's okay. I didn't call them to understand it. I called you to carry it. And the ones who once questioned you will be the same ones who witness your breakthrough. But hear me, do not go back to what I've called you out of. That relationship, that mindset, that addiction, that version of you that settled for less, leave it. It served a purpose for a season, but I'm taking you into something new. And you cannot take old chains into new freedom. You must be willing to walk away from what's familiar if it's no longer fruitful. This next chapter will demand courage, obedience, humility. But I'll give you the strength for all of it. You won't be walking into this alone. I'm already in your tomorrow. I've already cleared the path. The miracle you're waiting for is not far off. It's already on its way. And the moment you release control is the moment you'll feel my peace again. The peace that doesn't make sense. The kind that shows up even when the storm is still raging. The kind that lets you sleep, not because the problems are gone, but because you know I'm still God even in the fire. That's the kind of faith I'm growing in you. Not surface level, not fragile, but real, rooted, unshakable faith. And listen, this is not just about you. The people connected to your life, to your journey, they are watching, and they will be saved, healed, inspired by how you rise. I'm writing a story through you that will bless generations. But you must let me finish the page you're on. Don't rush ahead. Don't force the outcome. Just trust. What if everything you've been taught about money is a lie? A hidden 9-word prayer buried in a classified FBI report is now helping thousands attract wealth without lifting a finger. Scientists say it activates a 150-million-year-old part of your brain that controls abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. When you feel the urge to give up, remember what I've already brought you through. I didn't carry you through that last storm just to let this one drown you. I am still the same God. I still make a way through the sea. I still bring water from the rock. I still provide manna in the wilderness. And I will still bring you out stronger than you went in. Let your heart rest in that truth. Let your soul remember who you belong to. You're not just another person wandering through life. You are mine, my child, my creation, and I have not taken my eyes off you, not even for a second. You feel it, don't you? That something is happening in the unseen. Your heart is racing, your soul is stirring. That's not coincidence. That's me confirming to you that this is real. You're not imagining it. You're not overthinking. I am here and I am speaking. This moment was set aside for you. Out of everyone in the world, I chose you to hear this right now. Comment 999 if you feel this word reaching something deep inside your spirit. I've seen the moments when you've questioned if your life still has meaning. When the silence got so loud, you started to believe the lie that I had forgotten you. But listen closely. Silence is not absence. Just because I was quiet doesn't mean I was distant. I was working in places you couldn't see, protecting you from things you didn't even know were chasing you, lining up what you need before you even thought to pray for it. But now, I'm speaking again. Clearly, boldly, urgently, because time is shifting. Something is about to unfold. You've been in the middle, in the wait, in the ache, but tonight begins a new turning. And I don't want you to miss it. I don't want you to sleep through the moment where your spirit was supposed to rise. You've grown familiar with pain. That doesn't mean you were meant to live in it. You've adapted to loss. That doesn't mean it was your identity. I'm pulling you out of the wilderness you started calling home. I didn't bring you this far to abandon you in the dry places. I'm the God who brings rivers into deserts. I'm the God who turns graves into gardens. And I'm doing it again for you. Comment 1010 if you're believing that your season is about to shift. There are people who walked away and thought you'd break without them. But I'm the one who kept your mind together. I'm the one who covered you when they left. I'm the one who stayed when everyone else changed. And that's why your future doesn't depend on who walked away. I don't need their approval to bless you. I never did. You've been waiting on a sign. This is it. You've been asking if you should keep believing. This is your confirmation. You've been searching for answers. Here I am, not in a building, not in a book, right here, right now, in this word, pouring truth into your dry places. My presence is not limited by time or place. If you're hearing this, then you're standing in holy ground, and something sacred is happening. Don't let your current struggle convince you that I've changed my mind about you. I haven't. Your situation doesn't cancel your calling. Your mistakes didn't erase your promise. I'm still bringing it to pass. Maybe not in the way you thought, but in the way that's better, higher, eternal. Because I don't work according to human plans. I work according to purpose. You're not broken beyond repair. You're in process. And I'm not finished with you, not even close. What you see as the end, I see as the setup. What you call failure, I use as foundation. You're being rebuilt stronger, wiser, deeper. And when I'm done, even the ones who gave up on you will have to admit my hand was on you the whole time. Comment 1515 if you receive this deeply in your spirit. You've been searching for peace in people, in things, in accomplishments, but peace doesn't come from any of that. Peace comes from me, real peace. The kind that holds you when everything else is falling apart. And I'm offering that to you tonight. I'm reaching into your chaos and saying, be still. Not because everything is fixed, but because you're finally trusting me with what's broken. I see how hard you try to carry it all. The weight, the worry, the fear, but you were never meant to carry this alone. That's why your strength feels like it's fading, because this battle was never yours, it's mine. And if you give it to me, I will fight for you. Yes, the enemy came to steal, kill, and destroy. But I came to give you life, and not just survival, life to the full, life with joy again, with hope again, with purpose again. You haven't seen your best days yet. You haven't seen the full picture of what I'm about to do, but tonight is the threshold, the place where pain and promise collide. The moment where what you've been carrying finally makes sense. I didn't abandon you. I was building something greater than you imagined. But it had to come through the fire, and I know what the fire feels like. It's lonely, it's painful, but it refines, it strengthens, it reveals what's real. You didn't go through all that just to end up empty. You went through it so I could fill you with something new. You're stepping into a season where you won't have to chase what's already yours. Blessings will find you, peace will guard you, doors will open without your effort, because my favor is going before you. Not because you earned it, but because I love you, deeply, relentlessly, eternally. Why are neuroscientists obsessed with a 9-word sentence? Because this sentence, spoken once a day, is turning financial stress into sudden blessings. More than 19,000 people have already used it to erase debt and unlock a life of wealth, freedom, and peace. The results are so powerful, some believe it's divine. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. You need to stop believing that your mistakes disqualified you. Grace rewrites stories, and yours is still being written. The chapter you're living now is not the end. It's the beginning of what I had in mind all along. You keep asking me when things will get better. You keep crying out for answers, wondering how much longer you have to endure this. But tonight, I want you to stop asking when and start trusting who. I am the one who formed you, the one who carried you through every season where you thought you wouldn't make it. And I'm still carrying you now. Comment 1717 if you know that I'm holding you even when you don't feel it. You were never forgotten, never forsaken. My silence was never my absence. My delay was never denial. There were battles I fought that you didn't even know existed. There were things meant to take you out, and I stopped them before they even reached your door. That's why you're still here. That's why you're still breathing. Not because life has been easy, but because grace has been faithful. I know how tired you are. I know you feel like you've been stretched beyond your limits. But don't confuse pressure with punishment. This pressure is producing something eternal, something unshakable. What you carry is valuable, and valuable things are tested. You weren't being broken, you were being built, and now you're stronger than you think. You've asked me to fix things, but I've been more interested in transforming you. You asked for peace, and I've been working on your patience. You asked for a breakthrough, but I've been shaping your character so when it comes, you won't lose it. I'm not just giving you the blessing, I'm preparing you to carry it well, with honor, with gratitude, with strength. Comment, Amen, if you're ready to receive all that I've prepared for you. This is not the time to shrink back. This is not the time to settle. The enemy wants you to give up right before things change. That's why it's felt heavier lately. That's why your thoughts have been louder, darker, but don't fall for it. This heaviness is not defeat. It's birth. Something is coming alive in you. Something I planted long ago. A calling, a purpose, a destiny, and it's pushing through the surface. You're not just surviving anymore. You're being positioned, elevated, moved into a place where your past can't follow. That's why I had to separate you. That's why certain doors closed, certain people left, certain seasons ended. It wasn't rejection. It was redirection. They didn't see the value in you because they weren't assigned to your future, and I needed to make room. Because what I'm about to bring into your life requires space. Space in your heart, in your mind, in your relationships. So don't cry over what I removed. Rejoice that I care enough about your destiny to protect it, even when you didn't understand. You've looked at yourself and questioned whether you're good enough. You've replayed mistakes, regretted decisions, compared your progress to others. But I'm not measuring you by the world's standards. I'm looking at your heart, and your heart still beats with faith. That's all I need to work with. Comment 1111 if you believe your heart is still open to me. Every time you've said, God, I trust you, I've written it down. Every time you chose faith over fear, heaven noticed. You may feel like your obedience has gone unnoticed, like your private tears didn't matter, but they did. And now, the seeds you planted in secret will grow in public. I'm about to reward what you did when no one was watching, because I see it all. Every silent prayer, every night you cried yourself to sleep, every time you encouraged someone else while you were falling apart inside. That wasn't weakness, that was strength. And that's why I'm stepping in now, to restore you, to refill you, to remind you that your sacrifice was not wasted. You thought you were being buried, but you were being planted. And what comes next will prove it. So lift your head, wipe your tears, stop rehearsing what went wrong, and start rejoicing for what's about to go right. Your story is not over. Your best days are not behind you. I'm not just bringing you back to where you were. I'm taking you to places you never imagined you'd reach. I've prepared a table for you, in the presence of your enemies. Not to embarrass them, but to show you that what I bless, no one can curse. What I speak, no one can silence. And what I start, I always finish. You've seen the storms, you've walked through fire, you've battled things no one knows about, but you never gave up. You kept holding on, even when your hands were shaking, even when your faith felt small. I saw that. I honored that. And I'm telling you, your endurance is unlocking something now. Comment 222 if you're trusting me through it, even when it hurts. There's a divine acceleration coming. You won't have to fight for what's already yours. You won't have to chase what I've assigned to your life. When I move, it won't make sense to those around you, but you'll know in your spirit, it was me. It was always me. This isn't about chance or luck or timing. This is about promise, and my promises are yes and amen. You're not just receiving favor, you're stepping into fulfillment. The kind of fulfillment that silences the questions you've carried for years, the kind that heals the ache you've learned to live with. I'm not just giving you back what you lost, I'm giving you more. More peace, more wisdom, more clarity, more protection. You will not leave this season empty-handed. This banned wealth signal was hidden in a government vault for over 70 years until now. It's a simple 9-word brain trigger used by elites to attract unlimited money while the rest of the world struggles. But the moment too many people see this, it could be deleted. Click the link in the description and comments before it's taken down forever. Yes, the shaking was necessary, but so is the shift. You weren't meant to live in survival mode. You were created to thrive in my presence, and everything that has tried to make you feel small, broken, forgotten, it will fall off, because I never made you to carry shame. I never designed you to walk alone. I've watched how hard you've tried to keep everything together. You've smiled through pain. You've encouraged others while feeling empty. You've gone to bed carrying questions that had no answers. But child, I've collected every tear. I've memorized every prayer. And now I'm about to show you that nothing was wasted. Comment 333 if you believe no part of your story is beyond redemption. You thought this was the end of something, but it's actually the beginning. I'm restoring your joy, restoring your sleep, restoring the parts of your heart you thought would never feel light again. You are stepping into a chapter of redemption, and you'll see it with your own eyes. The same eyes that cried in the dark will see the light of my promise fulfilled. You will look back and realize I was there the whole time. In the silence, in the heartbreak, in the delays, in the detours. I never left. I never turned away. I was holding you even when you were falling apart. That's the kind of love I have for you. Unshakable, unconditional, unstoppable. And hear me, what I'm doing now doesn't require the approval of people. You've tried to explain yourself to those who never understood your heart. Stop. Let me defend you. Let me raise you. Let me show them who you are by what I pour into your life. I'm not just blessing you for you. I'm blessing you because your life is a reflection of my glory. Because people will look at you and say, only God could have done that. I'm setting you apart, anointing you in ways that will confuse the world but confirm everything I whispered to you in private. Comment, Amen, if your spirit receives this as truth, not just hope. You're not forgotten in the crowd. You're not overlooked in the chaos. I see you. I know you. I chose you. And because I chose you, the enemy cannot destroy you. He's tried. He's sent discouragement, doubt, depression, but every attack has failed. Because I built you to last. You are not fragile. You are favored. You are not broken. You are being rebuilt. You are not too late. You are right on time. And tonight, I need you to stop seeing yourself through the lens of what you've lost. Look at yourself through the lens of who you belong to. You belong to me, the Creator, the Alpha and Omega, the one who speaks and stars respond. If I can hold the universe in place, I can hold your heart together. You've been distracted, pulled in every direction, but I'm calling you back. Back to peace, back to rest, back to trust. Let go of what you thought life should look like. Let go of what they said. Let go of the fear that paralyzes you every time you get close to joy. I'm not here to harm you. I'm here to heal you. You've carried so much for so long that you forgot what it feels like to breathe without fear. But I didn't create you to live in panic. I created you to walk in peace. Not just peace when everything is perfect, but peace that survives the storm. That's the kind of peace I'm giving you now. It won't come from the world. It won't come from people. It will come from me. Comment, Amen, if you're ready to receive that peace deep in your soul. You've asked me to take the pain away, but I'm doing something better. I'm turning it into purpose. I'm taking what the enemy meant to destroy you and using it to lift you higher. I'm taking the very thing that tried to break you and turning it into the foundation of your testimony. This pain will not be your prison. It will be your platform. You've thought, maybe God is done with me. No, I'm not done. I'm just getting started. You've barely scratched the surface of what I've planned for you. That dream I placed in your heart. It wasn't random. that vision you can't seem to let go of. It's from me. You're not crazy for believing in something bigger. You're chosen for it. You keep looking around, seeing others move ahead, wondering if I've forgotten you. But what I have for you is not delayed, it's in preparation. I'm building something that won't collapse under pressure. I'm taking my time because I care about the outcome. I don't just want to bless you, I want the blessing to last. Comment 1111 if you believe that what's coming is being prepared with care. There are things I had to remove because they weren't part of where I'm taking you. You didn't understand it then. You were heartbroken, confused. But now you're beginning to see I was protecting you. I was redirecting you. You didn't lose them. I released you, not to punish you, but to prepare you for greater. And yes, greater is coming, a greater measure of joy, a greater understanding of your purpose, a greater depth of faith. I'm not giving you what's familiar, I'm giving you what's divine. You've been holding on to comfort, but I'm calling you into courage. It's time to let go of what's safe and step into what's sacred. Can just saying 9 words daily actually make money flow into your life? A top neuroscientist says yes, and the FBI accidentally confirmed it. This forgotten prayer is now transforming ordinary people into debt-free and financially free for life. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the link in description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. This next part of your journey will require boldness. Not loud, showy boldness, but quiet, consistent, fearless faith. The kind that moves even when it's scared. The kind that obeys even when it doesn't make sense. That's the kind of faith that moves mountains. That's the kind of faith that releases miracles. Comment 777 if you're walking by faith and not by sight. You've seen me move in the past. You've seen small answers, glimpses of hope. But what's coming won't be a glimpse. It will be a flood, a wave of breakthrough that washes over every area of your life. Your finances, your health, your relationships, your mind. I'm not just touching one area, I'm transforming everything. But hear me, this requires your full surrender, not partial, not just on Sundays. Every part of you, your plans, your fears, your timeline, your heart, place it in my hands, and I will do more with it than you ever could. What you think is falling apart is actually falling into place. The enemy wants you to believe that you're stuck, that nothing will change, that your best days are behind you. But he is a liar, and I am the truth. And my truth says this: your story is not over. Your breakthrough is still on schedule. Your miracle is still alive. And nothing can stop what I have planned for you. Not the mistake you made, not the time you wasted, not the people who walked away, not the fear that tried to grip your heart. None of it is bigger than me. I am still in control. I'm not asking you to be perfect. I'm asking you to be willing to trust again, to hope again, to believe again. Because when you move in faith, even just a little, I move in power. And my power is not limited by circumstances. I can shift things in a moment. I can do in 1 second what you've been trying to do for years. You've been standing at the edge of breakthrough without even realizing it. That tension you feel, that pressure that's been rising, that's not the end. That's the moment before everything breaks open. The darkness always gets heavier right before the light breaks through. Don't be fooled by what it looks like right now. What's ahead is greater than what's behind. Comment 555 if you believe the breakthrough is closer than ever. I'm stretching you, yes, but I'm not stretching you to hurt you. I'm stretching you to make room for what's coming. I'm making space in your heart, your mind, your spirit, because the blessing I've prepared won't fit in the old version of you. The you that doubted, the you that settled, the you that believed you weren't enough. That version has to go. I'm calling out the version of you that walks in confidence, not confusion. You've prayed for change, but are you ready for it? You've asked me to move, but will you trust me when the moving doesn't look like you imagined? I'm not always going to do it your way, but I'll always do it my way, and my way is perfect, even when it feels painful. I've never missed a step, not once. This is why I've been trying to reach you. You've been so close to a shift, but your focus has been clouded by fear. You've let voices around you drown out the still, soft sound of my spirit. I don't shout over noise. I wait for your heart to get quiet, and when you finally tune in, you'll realize I've been speaking the whole time. Comment 1212 if you're ready to hear my voice louder than every fear around you. Let me remind you, this battle you're in isn't just about you, it's about what's attached to you, the legacy, the lives you're called to touch, the future you don't even see yet. That's why the pressure has been so strong. The enemy isn't fighting where you are, he's fighting where you're headed. But no matter how loud the attack, he cannot cancel what I've destined for you. You are not behind. Stop thinking you've missed it. Stop thinking you've taken too many wrong turns. You are not disqualified. If I wanted someone else to walk this road, I would have chosen them. But I chose you on purpose, and I don't change my mind once I've chosen someone. You still have time. You still have purpose. You still have me. And because you have me, you have everything you need, even if it doesn't feel like it, even if you're unsure, even if you're scared. I've never needed perfect conditions to do a perfect work. Comment 999 if you know this word is for you in this very moment. You've been fighting battles with your own strength. That's why you're exhausted. That's why you feel like nothing's moving. I never asked you to do it alone. I said, "Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." That promise wasn't just poetic, it was literal. You need rest, and I'm the only place where real rest lives. Let it all go, the worry, the shame, the guilt, the endless cycle of wondering, what if I'm not enough? I already called you enough. I already decided that you were worthy of the calling. My approval overrides every other voice, even your own, especially your own. Stop trying to be everything to everyone. Be still, just be mine. That's where your strength comes from belonging, from being known and loved and held, even when nothing makes sense. You don't need more answers. You need more surrender. You don't need to do more. You need to rest in what I've already done. You don't need to panic. You need to praise, because what's about to come into your life isn't small. It's not average. It's not convenient. It's bigger than you imagined, more than you prayed for. And I don't want you to just survive it. I want you to carry it with strength and joy. Why are 55 countries using the same mysterious money script? Because a leaked research file just exposed a 9-word pattern that activates wealth-attracting pathways in the brain. Repeat it daily and watch money flow like water into your life. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. That's why I had to build your character. That's why I allowed certain doors to stay shut. That's why I didn't give you everything at once. You would have missed the lesson. And the lesson was more important than the blessing. Because when you understand the lesson, you'll know how to keep what I give you. You keep asking, "God, when is it my time?" You've seen others receive, others be restored, others rise while you've waited in silence. But now I'm telling you, your time is near, the tables are turning, the shift is underway. And those who thought you were finished will have no choice but to watch what I do through you. Comment 333 if you're ready to walk into your moment, even if you've had to wait in the dark. You didn't miss your window. You weren't skipped over. The delay wasn't denial, it was development. You were being hidden so I could grow what needed to grow before exposure. You weren't overlooked. You were covered. Because I didn't want premature promotion, I wanted you prepared. And now you're stepping into readiness, whether you feel it or not. I know the enemy has been loud. I know your own thoughts have turned against you at times. But listen to me, your mind is not your enemy. It's a battlefield. And I've given you weapons, peace, truth, faith. You don't have to fight with fear anymore. You can fight with my word. The same word that formed the world is still alive, still speaking, still shifting the atmosphere around you. You are not what you've been through. You are not what they did. You are not what you lost. You are who I say you are. Chosen, forgiven, set apart, protected, redeemed. You've been wrapped in shame for too long. I'm taking that off you now. The heaviness, the guilt, the lie that you're too far gone. I'm removing it all, and in its place, I'm placing purpose. Comment 222 if you're releasing shame and receiving purpose right now. Yes, there's more ahead, but I'm not rushing you. I'm walking with you, every step, even when you feel unworthy, even when you feel confused. I don't need you to have it all figured out. I need you to be willing to move when I say move. Even if the step is small, even if all you have is a mustard seed of faith, that's enough for me. You've cried so many nights thinking you failed me. But I never called you to be flawless. I called you to be faithful. And even when you stumbled, you still believed. You still whispered my name. You still looked up. And that moved my heart more than your perfection ever could. So I'm pouring something new into your spirit right now, strength to keep going, vision to see beyond what's in front of you, courage to take the next step, because your next step matters more than you think. It's not just leading you forward, it's breaking the chains that held generations before you. What you walk into will change everything for those who come after you. Comment 1515 if you believe your obedience is making a way for others too. You thought the battle was personal, but it's generational. That's why it's been so hard. That's why the weight has felt unbearable. But what ends with you will not begin again. You are the line in the sand. You are the one I've called to stand when others sat in silence, to believe when others gave up, to speak life when all around you is death, and I will reward that faith. Not just with things you can touch, but with peace that guards your mind, with joy that doesn't depend on circumstance, with wisdom that no man can take from you. I will give you the kind of life that doesn't just look blessed, it is blessed from the inside out. You won't have to prove yourself. You won't have to beg for what's already yours. You will walk in rooms where your name is already known. You will step into moments you didn't even pray for because I go beyond what you ask or imagine. My favor will surround you like a shield, not because of what you did, but because of who you belong to. And you belong to me. Let go of what didn't make sense. Stop trying to understand everything I allowed. Some things were never meant to be understood. They were meant to reveal me, my power, my grace, my presence. And sometimes I don't show up the way you expect because I'm trying to show you something deeper than a quick fix. You've tried so hard to understand everything, but now I need you to rest in me instead. You don't need all the answers, you just need assurance, and I am that assurance. I've never failed you before, and I'm not about to start now. Your name is written on my hands, your tears are counted, your prayers are recorded. I've seen it all, and none of it has been in vain. Comment, Amen, if you believe your prayers have been seen by heaven. There are times when you thought I was distant, but that's only because I was working in silence. Sometimes silence is the shelter. Sometimes stillness is the strategy. I was protecting you from things you didn't even know to fear. I allowed the waiting not to punish you, but to prepare you. Because what's coming requires a strong foundation, and now that foundation is almost ready. I know how many times you thought of giving up. You smiled in front of people and broke down behind closed doors. You said, "I'm fine," when you were barely holding yourself together. But I was there every time. I never turned my face away. I didn't flinch when you doubted. I didn't walk away when you questioned. I stayed because that's who I am. Faithful, constant, unchanging. Comment 1010 if you believe God stays even when everything else leaves. What secret did the FBI hide about your brain and money? They discovered a phrase just 9 words long that flips a switch in your mind to attract wealth without effort. It's already changed the lives of thousands of people in just weeks. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. There are blessings coming that will make sense of every breakdown. There is joy coming that will wash away years of sadness. And there is purpose rising from the ashes of your pain. I'm not done writing your story. The part you're living now isn't the ending, it's the turning point. This is where things begin to align. Not all at once, but piece by piece, and each one will fall into place with perfect timing. You're not behind. You're right on time for what I've designed. You're not disqualified. You're marked for more. You're not forgotten. You're being positioned. I've hidden you not to punish you, but to protect the treasure inside of you. Not everyone can handle what I've placed in you. Not everyone is meant to walk this road with you. That's why I allowed certain connections to fall away. Some were only assigned to your last season. And if you had kept dragging them with you, they would have held you back from what I'm doing next. Comment 1111 if you're ready to walk into your future without what was only meant for your past. I need you to know this. What I'm preparing for you is sacred. It's not for show. It's not temporary. It's not surface level. It's deep, lasting, eternal. That's why it's taken time. That's why the wait has felt so long. Because what I'm giving you will not fade. It will not fall apart. It will not disappoint. And I'm not only changing what's around you, I'm changing what's within you. You've been through enough to become bitter, but you've chosen to stay soft. That's strength. You've been through enough to walk away from me, but you stayed. That's faith, and I will honor it. I will bless it. I will multiply it in ways you never imagined. You've carried heavy burdens, but I'm trading them now. Your weariness for rest, your mourning for dancing, your heaviness for joy. You're not walking out of this season the same way you entered. You're coming out lighter, freer, stronger, whole. Let go of the fear that says, "What if it doesn't happen?" And start declaring, "It will happen because God said it." I've never broken a promise. I never speak just to inspire. I speak to fulfill. My word will not return void. It will do what I sent it to do. And right now, it's breaking chains, moving obstacles, aligning blessings, and preparing you for your moment. You've waited. You've trusted. You've cried in the middle of the night and still whispered my name through the pain. That hasn't gone unnoticed. I'm not blind to your struggle, and I'm not deaf to your prayers. Even when you felt ignored, I was working. Even when you felt forgotten, I was near. Comment, Amen, if you believe I've been closer than you realized all along. I know the nights that felt endless. I know the battles you never spoke about, but I've been present through all of it. And now, things are shifting, slowly, quietly, but powerfully. It may not look like much yet, but don't let that fool you. I often begin with small signs, subtle whispers that turn into divine earthquakes. You're standing in the early moments of a transformation you've been praying for, the kind of transformation that can't be faked, the kind that only comes through fire, through process, through pain. You didn't take the easy way. You walked through what would have crushed others. And because of that, you're about to see favor that others won't understand. It's not because you're better. It's because you endured what many gave up on. Comment 1717 if you know this season is unlocking something deep and divine. Your name is being spoken in rooms you haven't walked into yet. Your obedience has made noise in heaven. While you thought no one noticed, I've been preparing the very thing you didn't even know you'd need. I've been working behind the scenes, assigning angels, aligning moments, opening doors that no man can shut. And now I'm sending clarity. Where there's been confusion, I'm speaking direction. Where there's been hesitation, I'm pouring courage. Where there's been weariness, I'm releasing strength. You won't have to guess what's next. You'll feel it. You'll know it. You'll move with peace that overrides all fear. But I need your full attention now. No more second-guessing what I already confirmed. No more shrinking back when I told you to step forward. No more apologizing for what I've placed in you. You've hidden your fire for too long. It's time to let it burn. Let it guide you. Let it light the way, even if others don't understand it. Comment 555 if you're ready to stop hiding and start walking fully in what I gave you. You're not too late. I keep telling you that because I know how often the thought crosses your mind. You feel like you missed your moment, like you missed your chance. But I'm the one who creates moments. I'm the one who creates time. And I say, you are right where you need to be for me to move. What you thought was a setback was me rerouting you to protect you. What you thought was rejection was me redirecting you. You haven't been failing, you've been learning. And the wisdom you carry now will protect the blessing that's coming next. You're not the same person you were a year ago. You've grown, quietly, steadily, even when no one noticed. But I noticed. And I'm about to reward everything you did in secret. I'm about to bring light to what you've been building in the dark. And when it's revealed, you'll realize why the process took so long. It was never just about the blessing. It was about making you strong enough to carry it. A neuroscientist says yes. A 9-word script, long buried in government files, can fire up a prehistoric brainwave that pulls money in faster. This breakthrough is already under legal pressure and could disappear any second. Click the link in the description and comments before it's gone forever. So don't rush, don't panic. Don't try to force open doors that aren't yours. I have a key with your name on it. And when I open the door, it will not just be for a moment, it will be for a season of fulfillment, peace, and purpose. You've been walking through a season that felt more like survival than purpose, waking up every day, carrying invisible weights, trying to stay strong when all you've wanted to do is collapse. But I didn't let you break. I held you up, and now I'm telling you those days of barely making it are ending. What's coming next isn't survival, it's overflow. Comment 1111 if you receive that word deep into your spirit. You were never meant to live in constant stress. You were never designed to carry burdens I already paid for. You've tried to do things on your own, but I never asked you to fix yourself. I only asked you to follow me. And even when you felt like you were crawling, I called that progress. Even when you stumbled, I called that strength. Because moving forward, even with trembling steps, is still faith. The season you're leaving behind was heavy. It was hard. And I know you don't even have words for some of what you went through, but I have words for it. I call it growth. I call it preparation. I call it sacred. The kind of sacred that only heaven sees until the harvest comes. You didn't miss the harvest. You've just been buried deep where roots grow before fruit shows. But the fruit is coming. The evidence is coming. And soon, you won't just be hearing these words, you'll be living them. Comment 777 if you're believing that buried season is turning into harvest.